20 years ago, a game released that redefined action-adventure storytelling, God of War, a brutal, cinematic, and emotionally charged journey that became one of PlayStation's greatest franchises. And for me, it was more than just a game, it was a huge part of my childhood. I still remember the first time I played God of War, the fast-paced combat, the larger-than-life boss fights, and the sheer rage of Kratos as he tore through gods and monsters alike. It was unlike anything I had ever experienced before. The mix of hack-and-slash combat, puzzle solving, and grand set pieces made it feel like an interactive blockbuster. But the moment that cemented my love for the series, God of War 3. The day I got it, I can put it down. I sat there, completely locked in, battling through Hades, climbing Mount Olympus, and taking down gods one by one. The opening fight against Poseidon was mind-blowing, the scale, the brutality, the intensity. I beat the entire game in a single night, completely immersed in Kratos' final act of vengeance. There was something about God of War that just hit differently. The brutal combat was addictive, but the storytelling made it legendary. Kratos wasn't just a warrior, he was a man consumed by vengeance, haunted by his past, and willing to do whatever it took to change his fate. The Greek mythology blended so seamlessly with the story that it felt like living through an epic legend. The original trilogy had an unmatched sense of scale. Fighting Ares in the first game felt massive, but by God of War 2, things escalated. Facing the Colossus of Rhodes, traveling through time, and preparing for all-out war against Olympus, it was all leading to something bigger. And God of War 3 delivered that conclusion in the most epic way possible. The final confrontation with Zeus wasn't just another boss fight. It was an emotional and violent climax to years of storytelling. But God of War didn't stop there. The 2018 reboot changed everything. Kratos, once fueled by rage, was now a father, trying to leave his past behind. The brutal combat remained, but the game's emotional depth was something new. The relationship between Kratos and Atreus made it more than just another action game. It was about growth, responsibility, and breaking the cycle of violence. Now, 20 years later, God of War remains one of the greatest franchises in gaming history. It evolved, but never lost its identity. From Greek to Norse mythology, from PS to modern gaming, Kratos' journey has spanned generations. And for those of us who grew up with it, his story will always be something special. So here's to 20 years of God of War, to the moments that blew our minds, the battles that tested our skills, and the stories that stayed with us long after we put the controller down. To the rage, the sorrow, the triumph, and whatever comes next, I can't wait.